Well, we'll do our own introduction. I am Dyan Hall. I work in human resources, and I oversee the Work-Life and Wellness programs. Hopefully you guys have gotten some emails from me or recognize. I always get that, oh, you're the face from the name spelled with a Y that, yes, it's pronounced Dyan, that you get emails from. And Courtney, you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Courtney Burkes, and Director of Fitness and Wellness here. I'm the other one that stops you with all those emails. So, yes, it's quite nice to put faces with the names.
So we're here today to talk about our wellness and work-life program here at UC Irvine, and it's called LivingWell. Has everybody seen this logo, hopefully, somewhere around? LivingWell, that is our branding. That's the system-wide branding for LivingWell. We have a lot of wells. There's Be Well, Stay Well, LivingWell. I know it gets confusing, but LivingWell is the name and the logo of your work-life and wellness program here as employees of the university. It is funded. Our funding comes from Be Smart About Safety. That's another logo that you've probably seen around. Be Smart About Safety funding, just to give you a little history, we're going to make you all experts, and everything has to do with our programming, why we have it, where we get our funding, and how we choose which programs to offer each year. But Be Smart About Safety started back in 2005. It comes from a rebate that we get from our workers' comp programs. Do we know what workers' compensation is? When employees get injured at work, we have to have insurance to cover their medical expenses. Makes sense, right? So just like car insurance, we pay a premium. So every department across the whole UCI, actually the whole UC system, pays a percentage of their payroll, just like student fees are allocated for certain things. You pay for a percentage of that at the department level to our insurance company. We happen to be self-insured, so that insurance company actually is up at Office of the President. And so system-wide, every campus funds into their insurance premiums. There is then, based on how safe your campus is, and there's a risk, like the safe driver discount and all those things that you get with your car insurance, we get here at the university. The UCI happens to be the lowest rate workers' comp insurance in the whole UC system. Yay! So we pay so much less than a lot of other campuses, which for Courtney and I is kind of a double-edged sword, because we are so safe on this campus. Our money comes from preventing injuries on campus. So Be Smart About Safety money from our insurance company up at Office of the President invests back in the location. So each campus and medical center can apply for funding to create preventative programs so employees don't get injured at work. Okay, so a lot of our money comes onto this campus for safety efforts. Everything from fume hoods in the labs to some fixes you see in concrete on the side of the office. I mean, there's so many things. I could go on for days how many things on this campus. We get a small portion of that funding for wellness, because the view is, starting back in 2005-06, we got our first funding for wellness, and it was the healthier our employees are, the less they get injured at work. Makes sense, right? And if they do get injured at work, if they're healthy to begin with, they're going to get back to work faster. Their injuries are not going to be as severe. So that is where we get our funding, and that's where it comes from. Since we applied for the first year in 2011 for the American Heart Association's Fit Friendly Company, and we won. We got the platinum level, which is the highest level that the American Heart Association gives out. So we got that in 2011, and I just got word that we got it again for 2012. So yay us. But this makes it that we are, that we are a healthy campus, that we do have programs for our employees, and it's really about the culture that we have, and that's where Courtney and I come in. What we strive to do is partner. We don't do it alone. I started in 2007. I think Courtney started in 2006. And so our program before that, there was no employee really wellness program. As many things on this campus, wellness is one of those siloed things where some departments do this, some departments do that, and nobody talks to each other. So one of our first things when we came was we want to break down those silos. There's lots of wellness that has been going on this campus. It just may not have been called wellness. So we partner, and we partner to try to expand our programs to offer to all of our employees. So what is wellness? What is work-life and wellness? Fitness, nutrition, right? Those are the common things that you hear. That is true, and that is a lot of what our programs are, but we did expand in 2012. We are now expanding to work-life balance. So we try to bring policies and guidelines and cultural things here on campus that help to balance your work and your life and your home life. I want to throw some numbers up here because this is new. Most of you don't know this. I just threw these in there today, so I have to look at my notes for some of them. But we get our data when we do a program. When we started this program, there's a couple ways when you design a program. And if anybody's ever designed a program, you ask people what they want, right? A needs assessment, and then you develop the program, and then you evaluate the program. On our campus, we have just over 15,000 employees. Asking them what they want, we knew we couldn't give them all 15,000 different things that they wanted. So where we get our data from is health assessments and from our Kaiser data. So we design our programs around what our employees need based upon what they're telling. And so health assessments through Staywell and through Kaiser are self-reported data. They ask you things like how many times do you wear your seatbelt, how many glasses of water do you drink, how many hours do you sleep at night, how many fruits and vegetables do you eat, and so on and so on. From that, that health assessment then gives you risks, and it puts you and gives you your top risks and things that you can improve on in your lifestyle. Has anybody taken their health assessment yet this year? Yay? Okay, so we have all employees with an asterisk because some unions have opted out have the ability to take a health assessment through Staywell or through Kaiser, depending on your medical plan. If you have Anthem Blue Cross or Health Net, then Staywell is your wellness program, and if you have Kaiser, obviously it's through Kaiser. Some of the unions that were eligible for Staywell have opted out, and if you have questions on that, let me know. But everybody has an option to take a health assessment to really invest and see where your risks are, so you can take a personal investment in changing and making better lifestyle changes. This is some data we got from 2010, 2011, and that from the Staywell data from all the employees that have taken their Staywell health assessment, and we're assuming they're being as honest as they possibly can. Our top risk factor on this campus is stress. Surprise, 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 right? 55% of our employees, that is their top risk factor. Going down to weight management, exams or screenings, that means knowing your blood pressure, cholesterol, knowing your numbers, and then nutrition. And then this is the first year ever that we've gotten data actually from Kaiser. Not a lot of employees take the Kaiser health assessment because it's not incentivized, right? Nobody, for Staywell, the big thing was, get your $100, right? And so, sure, I'll take a health assessment for $100. So we have a little bit more data from the Staywell health assessments. We get less data from the Kaiser health assessment. What Kaiser did for us this year is because Kaiser is your insurance company and your medical care provider, Kaiser actually is able to aggregate all of their data from your actual medical records. So we get a summary. I have no idea who you are, how many, whatever, but we get a percentage. We have about 8,000 employees that actually have Kaiser. And from there, we look at our top 2 risk factors, and that's what they give us. That's all we get. I don't get data and information and what department you work in or anything like that, so don't freak out on me. We just get numbers. So 65%, this is an actual from when you go to Kaiser and you walk in and you get weighed from your medical record, 65% of our employees who have Kaiser are obese or overweight. Clinically obese or overweight. So that's some really numbers right there for you. And 40% of them have high cholesterol. Some numbers I didn't put on there was that a lot of our employees that have high cholesterol, almost 100% of those employees are doing something about it. So they're taking cholesterol lowering medications. They're in fitness plans, and they can track that as well. Some other data I wanted to throw in there. Our budget, we look at, here's our risks. Here's things we need to really target in our programs. And then we take our budget that we get every year. Like I said, we get on this campus, for Be Smart About Safety, about $1.9 million total. And that is for, like I said, safety. A lot of EH&S programs, a lot of safety programs, fixes, employees, you name it, are paid off of this. Our budget for our programming is about $117,000 just for wellness. That's our program total budget. So everything that you see here, all the things that we're going to talk about today, that's our budget for it. And then from that, we have 15,282 employees here at the university that covers. So it's about $7.68 per employee, if you want to break it down, cost per employee for our wellness program. Knowing that we know all 15,000, unfortunately, don't take advantage of our program. But what we're going to talk today is a little bit more about how our goal is creating a healthy culture. You are at work longer than you are anywhere else in your waking hours. So we want to make sure when you come to work, you have a healthy environment to come to, you have healthy meal options, you have a good working environment, you have places you can walk, safe places you can walk, you have fitness programs you can be involved in. The place that you work, the place that you spend most of your time is a healthy culture environment. And how that integrates from top-down leadership support to the environmental support to the programs we offer and the benefits and the policies that we have here on campus. So we're going to take a little bit of a closer look at some, and I say it with we can't go into all of them, but some of our programs that we have available. Policies and guidelines, these are all on our website. What we did was we pulled together from that lovely, if you've ever searched for a UCI policy, you can get many, many, many policies. We have a lot of policies on our campus, and some departments then can choose to use policies or not use policies. So one of the most ones I like to point out is that we have a flexible work schedule policy. That if your department, if your manager wants to use that policy, they have the ability to do that. They can talk to HR and employee labor relations to more details on that. But for things like 980 schedules, where you work 9 hours a day and then you get every other Friday off. Sounds pretty good, right? Or you can work 10 hours a day for 4 days and you get every Monday off, or whatever you want. So there's policies. Those are in state. We also have other things like the employee time reduction programs and things that you can to help you balance your work life. We also have vending machine guidelines on this campus. Is that a percentage of our food in the vending machines have to be deemed healthy, and you might see it on campus with the little green seals that are in the vending machines. And then we do work with campus dining. If you eat at any of the restaurants now, you can start to see some of the foods that are being highlighted as these are healthier food options for you. So there's lots of different programs and policies that we have on this campus to help us with this overarching wellness, healthy culture that we're trying to instate here. From an HR's perspective, we have benefits. So you have work-life and wellness benefits. You may not know about all these because you don't pay for them. Just as an employee, they are given to you. This is nothing you have to enroll in during open enrollment. There's no premium paid. So a lot of people, if it's not deducted from your paycheck every month, you're not really knowing that you have it available to you. So we're going to go into these a little bit more. Our Cascade Centers is our employee assistance program, which we took over a couple years once we got rid of our on-campus faculty and staff counseling center. And I'll go into a little bit more about that later. Sittercity, has anybody signed up for Sittercity yet? It's a new program that just launched this year. We'll go into a little of that too. We have those are really our work-life benefits, and those are free to all employees. Stay Well. Yeah, I'm gonna go into it. Yeah, I'll go into it a little bit later. And then just an overview, and then Stay Well and HealthWorks are then your wellness benefits. So when the university negotiates their benefits through Health Net, through Kaiser, through Anthem Blue Cross, what they decided to do back in 2007 was carve out the wellness portion of the benefits. So in the past, prior to that year, you could get health coaches, online resources through Anthem and through Health Net. After 2007, they carved it out, meaning if you have Anthem or Health Net, your wellness benefit is now Stay Well. Same way as all three medical plans didn't feel that either of them could offer what they needed in the area of mental health, so we have that carved out as well, United Behavioral Health. So if you need counseling and you have insurance for that, you have the ability to have that, you just don't pay for it because your medical plan is already included in there. So that's a carve out. So wellness is a carve out. With Kaiser, for mental health, you can choose through Kaiser Mental Health Circuit or United Behavioral Health. With the wellness, you have Kaiser because Kaiser has such a large, that's what Kaiser stands for, prevention. That's been their bread and butter for years. And so they have a really great preventative wellness program. And so if you have Kaiser as your medical insurance, they also offer you all of your wellness programs. And we'll go into that a little bit later. Another thing that we like to talk about is our employee perks and discounts. How many people have a personal cell phone? Just raise your hand. Personal cell phone. There's people who don't have personal cell phones. Okay. How many of you, keep your hands up, how many of you are getting a UCI employee discount on your personal cell phone? How many put your hands down and wonder, why did I put my hand down? Right? Okay, so everybody put your hands down. If you put your hands down, you're like, what? You could be saving up to 15% a month on your personal cell phone. And that includes your data plan, that includes all the internet access that you want. And all you have to do is let your provider know that you work at the university. So that's something you get a discount and just for doing. And if you go through our website, and you can also go directly to OIT's website, and they have more specific links to how to get that. It's really, really simple though. So if you're not doing that, please take advantage of that. There are other perks that you have through house insurance and car insurance. We have a special deal with a couple different insurance companies. There are multiple discounts. The normal ones people know about are the movie tickets and things you can get through UCI items and Disneyland tickets and all that. But there's lots of ongoing things that can also save you money just for working at the university. And I always say ask. I mean, you don't know where you'll be. We were at Joseph A. Bank buying my husband new suits. And we said, do you offer a UCI employee discount? Yes, we do, 25%. Great. Just for asking. So, and that was all it took. And so I always say, ask for the discounts. You never know. Franklin Covey, I was buying my planner. Yes, I still use a paper planner. I know. But I can't get away from it. And I asked them, and they said, yes, 15%. Great. Wholesome choice. Yeah, you never know. So always, when you're at the checkout, just don't be afraid to ask. Do you offer a University of California Irvine discount at all? What's the worst they can say is no, right? That's what I was saying. So take advantage. Look online. There's a lot of different employee perks. Right now, if you are like me and you are trying to put a little money and extra money away in savings, right? If you look at any bank, unless you know something I don't know, the interest rates for savings accounts are like, I might as well keep it in my mattress because that's how much I'm getting. If you have not looked into becoming a Schools First Credit Union member, they're the only ones that I know of. As school employees, you can have money taken out of your paycheck automatically every month and put into a savings account. And that savings account right now is making about 4%. For new employees, I think you get a little more, like 4.5%. And it's not a CD. You can get in and out whenever you want it, but it automatically gets deducted from your paycheck. First thing goes in there, making 4.5%. And the only caveat is you can only leave it in there for a year. So at the end of every August, I believe it is, you have to take it out. But I always like to promote these, and they're on campus, so they're over in the student center. So if you have questions on that, you can go over and talk to them directly. But these are other ways and programs that we try to promote so that you can save money, have some perks. These are all, everything you see here is a benefit of working at the university.
So what's the website about the service?
For the what, I'm sorry?
For the cell phone stuff.
Cell phone, you can go directly to OIT's website, and if you put in there and just look, it'll say like personal cell phones. You can also go to the wellness website, and there's a whole discount page, and it'll link you directly from there and show you all the other discounts as well. This is our employee assistance program. I want to put this up here to tell you a little bit of what they offer. I mean, I can't tell you enough how many times, we get the reports from some of the questions that they get. We had one employee call because there was a horse loose in their front yard. And what do I do with this horse? So anything that you need help with, you are planning a birthday party and you don't know where to rent a clown. And I really need a clown that can make my kid a balloon, animals. Where do I find this? And so this is a resource. Those are the things you don't really think about. People think employee assistance program, oh, that's counseling, that's more for clinical issues. It's also for the concierge service and the work-life services. So I always say, if you haven't called, at least call. One thing I'd like to highlight too is the financial coaching. You get 30 days free one-on-one financial coaching with a financial planner that's not going to sell you anything. It's kind of like when you start any program, whether it's a diet program, an exercise program, or a financial fitness program. They will sit you down and say, okay, what are you eating? What are you spending? What are you spending money on? They'll walk you through step by step. That's a completely free service. They will talk to you about anything you have questions on, home ownership, you name it. We've had this for a couple of years. We've had where you can call them if you're looking for child care or elder care. They do the research for you. I'm looking for a daycare center within 10 miles of the university. I need them to be able to take children 5 months to 2 years old, and I want them to speak multiple languages. And they will do the research for you, and they will call you back, and they will have a list. You can take it a step further and ask them if they can call them and contact them for you to see if they have openings, and they will do that, and they will call back. So it saves you time, because how many of us have been at work and need to get something done, and so you're sitting there like trying to get done lunch, you're like eating and typing and trying to search for something. This is to help you. This is like your personal assistant. Personal assistant. Use them as your personal assistant. No question is too dumb. No question is too small. Use them that. And then there's also for more serious things. We have, identity theft, counseling through divorce, through marital problems. Even this is for your dependents as well. Dealing with teenagers, dealing with college, dealing with stress. These are all resources they offer. They have 100%, completely free. So definitely look into them. And those all started. You can go to our website again, but you can call them directly. And I put some materials outside in front. So if you haven't taken those, make sure to take those news. Again, a free program. You do not pay for any of it. You can use it to, my mother is right now moving from Ohio out here to California. And I called to have them help me look, because she's driving me crazy about movers and who's a good mover and analyzing this and that. So I called and they're doing research for me. So I'm doing research for me for my mother. So make sure you take advantage of this. Just an example. Sittercity. Sittercity is this new program that launched this year, January 2012. System-wide, the whole UC system, they realized they offered nothing for work-life balance. They had no work-life benefits. They offered wellness. They offered a lot of other things. They didn't have that. So this is what this is a new program that they installed. Again, 100% paid for by the university. Nothing you have to pay for, no premiums. You activate your membership, you go online, you sign up a membership. I would say even if you're not sure if you need a babysitter right now, or a dog walker, or a house cleaner, or a child care, or elder care, that you go on and create your account. You can search their online database and find these pre-screened, background-checked babysitters. Maybe it's for, your kid is sick and you have a meeting, and so you need to be at your meeting, but you need to go pick up your kid from school. If you sign up for this service, you put it on the request immediately, and you can find somebody. It's also good, I always say, to start early. I always say, yes, it's good for last minute when you need to find somebody. It's also really great if you use the service beforehand to find a babysitter that you trust. You do that, you look online, you find all their pictures, all their reviews, all their comments, their background check information. You bring them in, you interview them, you talk and you negotiate pricing. The university unfortunately doesn't cover that part for you, but they do cover the part that allows you to have a membership to this free service for you. So dog walkers, looking for elder care, child care, babysitters, long-term tutors. We have a lot of our UCI students who are on this, actually even some of our employees who do dog walking. A coworker in my office, she has a dog walking business on the side. She's a member of Sittercity as one of the people you can choose. And she walks a lot of dogs up in University Hills. And then we have a lot of students that are on there as tutors. And so you see their backgrounds, you see all their information. So I would definitely say, even if you don't think you might need it doesn't cost you anything. Just go ahead and sign up and create your online login and go on there and check it out. Stay Well, again, is our wellness benefit. And this is the health assessment. Has everybody taken their health assessment this year so far? Getting there? You have until June 15th, so mark your calendars. And then this year, of course, they have to make it harder. It used to be just take your health assessment and here's $100. Now it's take your health assessment and do a follow-up program, because not only do they want you now to realize what your risks are, now they're really nudging you to actually do something about it. So they're nudging you to take action and work on one of those risks to lower them. And from that, there's some follow-up programs that you have to do. But I'm happy to tell you this is the first year ever the follow-up program is participating in our program that's coming up on the 23rd of May, UC Walks. So I'll talk about it later, but if you walk to the wellness fair here and participate in UC Walks, that could be your follow-up program. So if you do that follow-up program, take your health assessment by June 15th, that's $100. So yeah, they went to a 100-point system, so you get 50 points for taking a health assessment, and you get 50 points for participating in a follow-up program. One of the approved follow-up programs this year is the UC Walks event, and we'll talk about that. HealthWorks, same thing. Both of these plans provide the health assessment and follow-up programs, online follow-up programs, online resources, one-on-one health coaching. If you ever wanted to sit down and talk to somebody about a diet plan or a fitness plan, or maybe it's a stress management reduction, you can have a one-on-one personal health coach either through Stay Well or through Kaiser. So please, please, please access them and go through their websites to get that. So what do we do here at the campus? Those are the benefits, right? Those are big, system-wide, everything. This is just a beginning to what we offer you here through really Campus Rec and Human Resources for wellness programs. And Courtney's going to talk a little bit now on just highlighting some of their programs that we do here at Campus Rec.
All right, Dyan has to stay somewhat close to me though, because the mic gets to the camera, so it's not that I didn't want her to leave. There's a reason for her staying this close to me. So how many people have learned something so far already? Yeah, some good stuff, right? Okay, good. We're actually thinking about taking this show on the road to departments, so because I think this is a small group that comes here. I just did a little head count. We've got 48 people here. But we're thinking about taking this to departments, so maybe take this information back, talk to your HR person, your supervisor, and we could come to a weekly meeting, a monthly meeting, regular staff meeting, and present this information. Because I think a lot of people don't realize this information, and it's so good, for all of us to know this. And it shouldn't just be us that work with this all the time that get all these benefits. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what we do here in Campus Recreation. Kind of talk about some of the UP programs. We drill those. This is only a few. I think now we're in our 7th year. We're ending our 6th year of the UP. So each year we try and introduce a new one. I do have confirmation of what we're going to be doing next year. So we'll kick it off with Step Up in the fall, as we always do at the staff picnic in the park. Sorry, we'll kick it off this summer, but fall. Budget-wise, it's fall, sorry. And then we're bringing back Limber Up. Did everybody remember this stretching? We think that's something that's very crucial, especially for injury prevention. And then kind of getting into our risk factors here on campus, being overweight, stress. We're going to do a program called Move Up. We're not moving you to a new location. It's really kind of to motivate you. It's a motivation program, how to get motivated. And really that's the bottom line. I mean, everybody knows what you should eat, how you should exercise. We all know what to do. It's just getting us to do that. So we're going to really work on motivation. We're getting some experts here on campus. I don't know who those people are finalized yet. So we're working on it right now, but it's coming. We might keep that one off in January to kind of tag on the New Year's resolution. So that is coming. Health and Fitness Fridays. I don't really need to plug that here, but we plan on bringing that back. We're not sure what our funding is going to be for next year, but this is something that we definitely want to keep going. So Plan on seeing that. Arc in the Park. How many people have participated in our Arc in the Park program? Maybe Olga's workout, or we do a Tai Chi in the mornings. It's only a couple people. So that's, talking about the programs that are for free here on campus. We do an exercise program in the park on Tuesdays and Thursdays in the noon hour. And you can just drop in. You don't need to sign up. Just, drop in when you want. Here I am plugging it. It's ending in a couple weeks because, our money for the year has run out, but we will be kicking that one off again. Probably that one will come back in the fall when school starts. So summer, you got to take care of yourself, and get out there and walk. Fit Squad. How many people know about our Fit Squad program? Maybe you've seen the cart around. Go, what is that little cart going around town? So this is our mobile fitness unit, basically. Inside the back of this little cart is all types of fitness equipment. We initially targeted the higher risk groups that were having more claims here on campus, dining services, custodial, and so we take the workout to them. So 30-minute workout, up to 40-minute workout. Departments contact us, say, hey, we want to get a Fit Squad group coming, we've got, 12 employees, we have this time, twice a week, can you get somebody there? We get somebody there. Right now, I think we've got 10 departments or so, and because we keep reducing our costs and we keep being healthy, which is somewhat bad for Dyan and I, because our money goes away. So next year, I think this is what we're talking about doing. Rather than go to specific departments, we're going to pick locations around campus and really market it to the entire campus for kind of like Olga's workouts in the park for everybody to come. So it doesn't have to be just that department. It doesn't have to be disability services or Pippin. Probably keep Pippin because there are high risk groups, over there in dining. But we're going to try and get more people to almost, get this group workout from people from other, different departments on campus. So again, keep an eye out for that. This one does end in a couple weeks as well. It's really bad timing. I scheduled this Health and Fitness Fridays. You'd think I'd do better than putting me at the end. And then here's just a shameless plug, because I can, I guess. Something that we're getting involved here in campus recreation is doing retreats. So rather, departments have retreats, team building, that sort of thing. We can do so much with this expansion, I think this is 4 years old now. With the kitchen, we have a high ropes course. You can see that there in the center picture. We can accommodate groups, 10. We can accommodate fewer than that, but 10 up to 200. You can see that top picture. That's our gymnasium that was set up for a huge program. Tables, everything. Draping, PA system, everything. So it can be small. It can be really big. We've done retreats with departments where we've done a fitness component where they wanted personal training, which is something new. I hadn't really thought about doing that, but we divided them into groups with trainers, and they did like little workouts, and then they came back here and debriefed and talked and had their meetings. So it really is open to whatever you want, from cooking competitions. That's been a big thing lately. Cooking's so big. I've never thought I would watch the Food Channel as much as I do now. I even watch it while I'm working out, which is kind of counterproductive. But it's always on in the weight room downstairs. It never fails. So Jessica will lead a cooking competition. Like we did one within our department where we were given a list of ingredients and that's it. And we had to figure out what it was, make it, bake it or not bake it, who knew, and see what turned out. It was very interesting to see what chocolate chip cookies came out to this like fudge looking thing. It wasn't very appetizing. And just to see kind of who those leaders are within the groups, and you put people who were new employees within the department with our director, and it's interesting to see the dynamic. Again, something different. High ropes course, that's what that's designed for, the team building. There's pricing on the website for if you just want to do that, but then we also can do, high ropes. Jessica and Drew are doing a program this weekend they're out on the ropes course, and they're in here, and then they're in the conference room debriefing, so it really is endless. So if you're like us, we always have a retreat in the summer to, kind of look at what our goals are for the next year. We can accommodate you. Again, we have a base down at the back bay where we have kayaks, we have stand-up paddle boards. Literally anything. So if this is something we actually created a contact person within our department rather than going to Jessica or to our high ropes person or to me as the fitness component. Stacy DeLuca here in our department is who you would contact, or somebody within your office that wanted to set up some type of retreat or program, for that matter. And it could even be personal. That's the one thing. Somebody in our department, she was turning 30 and she got all her friends and family together and did the ropes course. I thought, I would have never thought of that. But she said it was so fun to see her mom and dad interacting with their friends. And, so it doesn't have to be your work. It can be your friends. This is something you have access to. At a discounted rate, by the way. Outsiders, community members have access to, but as employees, it's discounted.
Yay.
I'll stop standing next to you now.
So, like I said, we like to highlight all the programs we have. Look on the website. There's handouts up front as well. And then Courtney even talked a little bit on some things that you may not know about. Even their membership, she doesn't like to plug it, but you do get a free 2-week trial membership for the ARC if you've never had one. And then the membership really is a discounted rate. You don't pay enrollment fees. It's a straight $24 a month deducted out of your paycheck, and your spouses can also join. So there are things that you can, as an employee, you have resources too, and then you have all the free stuff that we offer you as well. One thing we wanted to plug is our Wellness and Safety Fair. I will also take a shameless plug, is hopefully everybody got one of these postcards in the mail. There is a huge box outside for me. So the best way that we can market this fair is you guys. People that have been involved, been here before maybe, grab everyone in your office and make it over here. Even if they're like, what is this? Just come. They'll figure it out when they get here. So I have extra postcards for you to take back. If you're doing trainings in your office, if somebody else is going out, please help us plug it. Last year we had about 1,500 employees that came through. So it's going to be a really fun event, lots of food. Everybody always wonders what the food's going to be. We have lots of food. And then we also are tying it into our UC Walks Day. So the UC Walks is a system-wide event that we have done now for 3 years. And it is something that we tie into our fair. So we have employees, hopefully employees will walk from their departments on campus over here to the ARC. We know for some people it's really, really far. I'm over in Research Park. And so we do offer a shuttle that we get just for this day. We charter it here at UCI. We'll go out to the outskirts, also up to North Campus, and bring you over. But it stops at the top and the bottom of the hill. So you can still participate in UC Walks, but you don't have to. I mean, it does actually make a stop there and then come here if you're really physically can't make it. But it'll drop you off at either the top of California or the bottom of California, depending on where you're coming from. And then you have to walk the rest of the way. By doing that, plus we figure while you're here, you're walking, you've participated in UC Walks. And so that's how we do our event here on campus. You do get a t-shirt for participating. I'm going to show you a quick video. Hopefully it comes up. Maybe not. This is our marketing video for the year. So like I said, this is a system-wide event. So we're not the only campus, but we are one of the larger campuses with our event that we do. I don't know if the sound's going to come up. Oh, it's okay. yay, that's our marketing. We actually, our students and our public health students that work in human resources actually created that video, and that's system-wide. So like I said, it's system-wide. You saw all the campuses that participated in past years. We really want to get people out and moving. If you can't make it to the fair, if you can't walk to the fair, get out sometime on Wednesday and put your sneakers on and take a walk. Walk while you're having a meeting, walk throughout your office to go meet somebody instead of sending them an email. There's lots of different resources to get out and walk. If you walk to the fair, you do get a lovely fair walks t-shirt. Oops. No, we'll do that. Watch it again. There we go. You do get a t-shirt. Kaiser, Permanente, and Stay Well, our wellness benefits, actually sponsor their t-shirts. And so for the first 500 people, they'll actually get a t-shirt. And you also get, like I said, your 50 Stay Well points. So it'll help you get closer to your $100. There's some other things. We also are having Roadrunner Sports is going to be here selling brand new running shoes, gym shoes. When you're done, you can get your t-shirts. You can even donate your old shoes if you want to take them off, wear your old ones, and then buy a new pair and walk back in a new pair. But they're going to have deeply, deeply discounted brand new pairs of running shoes to get while you're here as well. It's the only time we've ever sold anything at the fair, but bring some extra cash or a credit card. One other thing, couple of things, really talk about really quickly. Know Your Numbers health screenings. We do those three or four times a year. We are having another one in July. It'll be on campus. And then we also now do Kaiser Permanente mobile vehicle, where the Kaiser docs actually come onto campus. We can't make it any easier to get your free preventive screenings if we tried. So take advantage of some of those. And then we also have the parenting workshop series. Even if you're not a new parent, maybe you have a young toddler, you could still benefit from some of these workshops in our Work Life series. We have one coming up next week, which is infant and child first aid and CPR. So even if you're a babysitter, a grandparent, aunt, uncle, and you want to learn how to do CPR on an infant or child in the case of emergency, you can come. It's not a certification. You won't get the nice little membership card, but you will be able to save someone's life if you need to. And then Jessica, the lovely chef in the back who cooked your healthy lunch for you, is doing a Fueling a Family. I don't know where she went. Oh, she's hiding. Is doing a Fueling a Family workshop in June. So it's all about nutrition and cooking, and you actually get to do some cooking. We do have a wellness and safety toolkit where there's a wellness poster and a safety poster every month that you can print off and download and hang in your department. It really helps your safety on-site coordinators use that a lot. We've talked a lot. I've talked a lot about, put out there a lot of information at you. If you remember nothing else, this is our Living Well wellness plan. 3 steps. We try to take all of that information, dial it down. Get your health screenings, whether it's through your medical care provider, which is completely free, no cost, no copay. Go and get your health screening, know your numbers. Take that data, take your health assessment, track it year to year, see what your risks are, and then from there take action. And that's where Courtney and I come in. Get involved on campus, get involved in some of the programs you have, whether it's a health coach through your benefits or it's through going through some of the programs we have here on campus. Again, thank you for coming. This is UCI LivingWell wellness program. We're constantly expanding, and so hopefully we'll be able to continue to offer you as many programs as you can possibly handle. Stay up to date on the most information. If you're not on our Listserv, the normal UCI Listservs that you may be a member to other ones, sign up for the wellness Listserv. You can go to the website and also have a direct link to sign up. And I send out probably monthly emails, a couple the big things that are coming out. I promise I don't bury your email with useless information. And then through Human Resources, we have a benefits and wellness newsletter. Also comes out quarterly that helps you stay on all the hot topics. And this is our contact information. If you have any questions, Courtney and I will be around, but feel free to ask us questions. And like she said, if you're interested in us coming to your department to help explain this to everyone in your department, we'd be more than happy to do that, and just let us know. Does anybody have any questions? No? Okay. Thank you so much.